Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell y'all something. When we start looking at these fighters, Devin Haney, the 35-pound division, 140-pound division, some of these guys, they're going to have to fight or they're going to have to give up those titles. When you start taking a look at these rankings and the updates being made, first and foremost, please consider subscribing to the channel. How you doing? That being said, let's just kind of take a look at some of the updates that were recently made to the rack and stack of these different divisions. Only going to take about 10 minutes to talk about it because there's just so much information. But let's just hit on the stuff that I think we all want to know about. So let's take a look here at Devin Haney. We know Devin Haney is the top dog at 135. A lot of people still feel a kind of way about the whole Lomachenko fight. But look, man, it is what it is. Devin Haney got the win. And if you go back and watch it and not be biased, I don't see how you can still have Lomachenko winning that fight. But I'll tell you what, although he lost the fight, Lomachenko didn't lose. Because look at where he's ranked. Look at where he's ranked. They still got him ranked, after Devin Haney as the big dog. Slap in the face, have Tank Davis after him. Then Pitbull Cruz, Ryan Garcia, who's at 140 now. I don't know why they still have him there. Then Shakur Stevenson, who's done nothing at 135. Frank Martin, Camboso, Zepeda, Hughes, and Muratalla. But what's interesting to me is when you come down here and you look at the rack and stack. Okay? Under the WBO, Shakur Stevenson's ranked number 1. And then Lomachenko. Crazy to me. But that means that Devin Haney's going to have to fight him. If they make Stevenson the mandatory, which is what he should be, Devin Haney's going to have to figure it out. This guy, Gustavo Lemos, I still don't know what's going on with that guy. Under the IBF, then the number 2 is vacant, then it's Lomachenko. The WBC, the number 1, who's the mandatory, is Lomachenko still. Then Shakur Stevenson. And then you look at the update as of 1 July for the WBA. Tank Davis is the world lightweight champion. Devin Haney is a super champion. So Devin Haney can pick and choose who he wants to fight. So he never has to fight Tank. But really, Tank should be the mandatory. After that is Zepeda, Frank Martin, Lomachenko, Stevenson. So when you take a look at Devin Haney and what Devin Haney has to deal with at 135, he doesn't have it easy. Devin Haney has some killers on his heels. And he's going to have to figure it out. Now, when you come and you take a look at what's going on at 140 pounds, well, it's a little bit more interesting. But the bottom line is, Devin Haney is looking to come up to 140 as well. What's his name? Teofimo already went up, and now he's supposedly retired. Rolly Romero went up and picked up a belt. And now you got Devin Haney looking to move up, and Devin Haney's trying to pick an opponent. We know Devin Haney's gone out there and called out the number 2 ranked Regis Prograis, who has a WBC strap. Devin Haney's also called out Shakur Stevenson down at 135 to fight for undisputed at a 75-25 split. But the bottom line is Devin Haney is winning. When I say he's winning, this man is calling all the shots. He can do what he wants. He earned it. He did it the hard way. I don't care what anyone has to say, and I'm not a Devin Haney fan. I'm a boxing fan, but I got to keep it real. It's hard for me to go hard on Devin Haney when this man went to Australia and took beans. He took pebbles, man, compared to what Cambosos were getting, and picked up those straps, clipped him twice, came back, fought Lomachenko. To me, Lomachenko was put in place to dethrone Devin Haney, and Devin Haney was able to get that win. And now Devin Haney is out here just living his best life. So when you look at 140, Teofimo's going to drop off of here because he's retired. You can already see when you come down and take a look at the 140-pound under the WBO, is vacant now because Teofimo dropped the belt. So Ryan Garcia could be fighting for this vacant strap. Not sure how it's going to play out, but we know he's looking at either Regis Prograis or De La Hoya's trying to line up a fight for Ryan Garcia to fight in the title eliminator for this vacant WBO strap. But then you come under the IBF, Subriel Matias, who's a beast, but I don't think he's quite proven yet, but he's shown that he has some freakish power. He's the big dog in the IBF. But some of these other names I hear like Ergashev, and Ramirez, not really sure how all that's going to play out when you have the number 1 and 2 vacant. But when the WBC Regis Prograis, I think Regis Prograis and Rolly Romero, those 2 guys have a target on their back. Because after Regis Prograis last fight, people are watching him saying, you know what, he's beatable. I'll tell you right now, if Sandor Martin fights Regis Prograis, Sandor Martin will beat him. If Regis Prograis performs the way he did in his last fight, I think Sandor Martin outboxes him. I'm going to be honest with you. Regis Prograis will get another runner who can box probably better than the other guy. And Regis Prograis is not going to know what to do with him. He's going to be lost in there. Okay? So Regis Prograis, I think his time is limited with that WBC strap at 140. It's just a matter of time before the right opponent gets in there. And just, he won't get tranquilized. He'll just get, outboxed and picked apart. Then you got Rolly Romero at the WBA strap. O'Hara Davis is supposed to be fighting him. But all that's kind of up in the air. Who knows what direction things are going when the secret society and boxing politics and Mayweather gets involved as far as what they're going to do at Rolly Romero's next fight. They don't want him to lose that strap. He just picked it up. They want him to defend it a few times, make some money. And then after that, who knows what direction he goes. But you got Kenneth Sims, you got Barroso, who's ranked number 3. He already fought him, and, the referee saved him. And then you got some other guys on here. But long story short, at 140, I mean, it's all up in the air. When you figure Matias, he's probably the only one who I think will kind of say, you know what, we think Subriel Matias could hold on to his belt. You know what I'm saying? But we still don't quite know. But right now, I think we have more faith in him holding on to his belt than Regis Prograis and Rolly Romero, right? And what I'm giving y'all are just facts. It's not, my opinion. I mean, I'm just being real with you. When it comes to that 140-pound division, those belts could end up anywhere. Okay? Hell, the damn WBO is vacant now, so, I mean, that belt's just there up for grabs. Now you're coming to 147 pounds. Now, this is an interesting division. Probably one of the most intriguing. Spence and Crawford are about to bang it out. The 2 number ones battling for undisputed. We'll see how that goes. And it just depends on who wins. They may rematch, they may not. One may go to 154. They both may go to 154. Then all the belts get released. The 4-for-1 deal is no longer on the table. 4 belts for one fight. And now you got Ennis, Stanionis, Butiev, Rocha, Crowley, Evanescence, and Villa. Depending on what happened with Ennis and Villa. But still, they would be in the mix to fight for those 4 belts. You know what I'm saying? The only one in this whole mix that I'm most concerned with is Ortiz Jr. He needs to focus on his health. Ortiz Jr., he's still got to say, hey, if he can get himself down to 147 without passing out, Ortiz Jr. is a problem. He's proven that. It's the reason why this man has, what does he have, like 19 fights and 19 knockouts? Where is he on here? Yeah, 19 fights, 19 knockouts. Ortiz Jr. is a monster. Everyone knows that. But something's wrong with his health, man. I'm not sure what it is. You're hearing all kind of stuff. I'm not sure what it is, but he needs to focus on it. But Stanionis is another one. Stanionis, I kind of feel sorry for Stanionis. Out here just trying to, trust the process. And he's getting screwed time after time after time. Don't get me wrong, he did take a little step aside money. But for what he had to go through trying to make this fight with Ortiz Jr., horrible. Horrible. But that being said, let's see what happens, man. He got to stop waiting for Ortiz. They need to plan around him. I don't know what these sanctioning bodies are going to do about Ortiz and his position as far as, being in a mandatory or whatever, man, over here for the WBA strap, for the regular title that Stanionis has. They need to get rid of Ortiz because he can't fight. But when you look at the WBO and you got Rocha, Crowley, Ellis, the IBF, you got Villa who's about to fight, you got Crowley, the WBC, Keith Thurman is still bubbling, looking to fight against Yordanis Ugas in a couple months. Crowley's still there, his name bubbling up. Then you come over to the WBA, you got Ortiz Jr., who I think they need to get rid of him, Thurman and Butiev. So when you look at the 147-pound division, I mean, there's some great fights to be made, and it looks like some of those fights are coming our way. But the most interesting fight out of all this is Spence and Crawford. But what I'm most interested in when it comes to Spence and Crawford is if Crawford or Spence wins, do they just drop the belts and move up to 154? I think Crawford will push for a rematch, and he'd give Spence Jr. the rematch if Crawford won. But Spence may say, you know what, F it, I'm out of here. Because it's that hard on him to come down from 375 pounds to 147. Okay? And when you get up here to 154, I don't even want to talk about any of these guys. All I'm going to talk about is Jermell Charlo and the fact that Jermell Charlo is bubbling up from 154 all the way up to 168 to fight Canelo. I mean, Tim Tszyu and his team totally understand. People are like, why is Jermell fighting Canelo? He's ducking Tim Tszyu. Yeah, he's afraid of Tim Tszyu. The thunder from down under is going to knock out Jermell. Hey, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Even Tim Tszyu's team said they understand Jermell Charlo going up and fighting Canelo. They would do it too. You give Tim Tszyu a chance to fight for undisputed or go fight Canelo. He ain't fighting no damn Jermell Charlo. So hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. But that being said, Jermell Charlo is putting on weight, and I'm concerned. You know, he likes to move around the ring, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, get his shots off. But with another 14 pounds, I mean, that's a lot of weight. Because let's just look. This is where he's at now at 154. Super welterweight. He's going to go up past middleweight. Okay, look at some of the guys at middleweight. Lara, Eubank Jr., Derevenchenko, Golovkin. Now you're talking about going up to 168. You know, Jermell Charlo, Benavidez, Plant, you know, Morrell, Parker Munguia, who's a damn alien. Big guys, but he's about to fight Canelo Alvarez. And he gets to fight Canelo Alvarez for all those straps. Boy, oh boy. If Jermell Charlo goes up to 168, beats Canelo, and becomes undisputed in 2 different weight divisions, I'm telling you right now, Derek James, that man needs to become president of the Los Estados Unidos. Simple. And definitely Hall of Fame. And Jermell Charlo, you ain't going to be able to tell him nothing. If Jermell Charlo beats Canelo, oh, Lord have mercy. He ain't never going to hit the end of that. But that being said, I think it could happen. Now, there's a couple more weight divisions here. Who knows what's going to happen with Benavidez, Morrell. But I'll tell you what, as far as Canelo, since we're talking about Canelo and Canelo's 3-fight deal over there with PBC, let me tell you what he's going to do. Canelo's going to fight Jermell. Could be 2 fights maybe. A rematch. And then he could go on and fight Earl Spence. And then Canelo's going to bounce. Canelo's not fighting David Benavidez. So y'all get that out your mind. He'll go over there and fight, he'll fight Jermell maybe twice, Earl Spence, and then go fight Berlanga. And that's just how I see it. Y'all can disagree in the comments, but that's how I see it. Now, let me go back over here, man. So now you start looking at the light heavyweight division. I don't care about this division. Only thing I want to see is Bivol and Bertobiev get it on and the WBC to stop blocking it. Ridiculous. These guys don't have a damn thing to do with what's going on in Russia. Stop it. It's foolish. You're mad because the Russians went over there to Ukraine and blew up the facility that you were building in Ukraine, and now that it's gone and all your money's gone, you want to take it out on, you know, one Russian fighter in particular, Bivol, which we all know the end goal is to get Canelo up there to try to have him become undisputed at 175. So hold your horses, Mr. WBC. Cruiserweight, hey, who really cares what's going on at Cruiserweight? We know Jack has picked up a title. When you look at the names here as who has belts, hey, who even recognizes any of those names outside of Badu Jack? So I really don't care. When you come up here to heavyweight, let's see what the updates are. You got for the WBO strap, you got as of 16 June, then, oh, wow, interesting. So Zhang and Usyk could end up scrapping if what's his name can't beat Zhang, Joe Joyce. Then you got Usyk over here, Flip Hergovic. That's why I'm telling y'all, pay attention. After Usyk fights Dubois for the WBA strap, Usyk's going to have to probably fight Flip Hergovic because Tyson Fury is BSing. Now, Tyson Fury is about to fight Francis Ngannou. Tyson Fury got the WBC strap. Deontay Wilder's trying to fight Ruiz. Ruiz is, again, outpricing himself because he definitely doesn't deserve nothing more than 70-30. But Tyson Fury should be fighting Wilder. If you look at it, if the WBC pushes, it's going to push Wilder for Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury doesn't fight Usyk. But all in all, this is where the secret society and politics come into place, people. You look at this, it's pretty straightforward, right? Who should be fighting who? It's pretty straightforward. If you're number one, let's say like, this is something on the WBC column. If Deontay Wilder, who's ranked number one, doesn't want to fight the champion Tyson Fury, he should drop off the list. You go to number two, Andy Ruiz. He doesn't want to fight, kick him off the list. Then just, continue down the line. But that being said, that's not how it works. And it never will work that way because you got the boxing politics and the secret society, and they're running things. It's all about money. They're going to do what makes the most money for them. They're not doing what's best for us, the fans. That being said, that's the latest and greatest on boxing, the updates, the rack and stacks. Touched on a few divisions. There's just so much we can talk about, but I think we hit the key points. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Hey, I really appreciate your support. Please consider donating to the Cash App. I really appreciate it, man. That really encourages me to do more videos. Because I'm telling y'all, when you're on this YouTube thing, y'all just see me out here making videos and think I'm getting paid. I'm telling y'all, that's not how it works. I'm telling you right now. For this month, I have $54. All the videos and all that work we put into this, $54. Isn't that crazy? So I'm just giving you a peek behind the tent flaps. Nobody, unless people are giving you money and all that, man, your Cash App, the super thanks and all that, you ain't making no money. The views, it's a joke. The small percentage of money you get off of that. That's where the merchandise and stuff is, where people really make money. But nonetheless, I just appreciate you supporting the channel, watching the videos. It means a lot to me. Keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. In the breeze.